So last year I began following this one woman from Delaware. Her name is Mary, and I'm not quite sure how I stumbled across her on Strava, but at the time I learned that she had just returned or just finished a cross-country ride as a charity ride to raise money for GlobalBike. I believe that's the correct name of the organization. GlobalBike, for every $200 you contribute to them, they are able to buy a bike that is given to a poor family, I believe in Africa, which is used for their basic means of transportation. Very cool. But anyway, so Mary did this ride last year, and I believe Mary is something in the area of in her 40s, maybe almost 50. It might even be in her 50s. But I thought that was unbelievably cool that she did that. And I think she did it in like a little over 30 days. So you know, you're doing like 100 miles a day. That's a lot of miles. But anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is about a week ago, Mary started again out from the West Coast. She's heading cross country again. Unbelievable. I thought that is just so cool. I don't know if I would like to do that though, you know. I mean, on one respect I thought, yeah, you know, I think I'm in good enough shape. I could do that. I could probably do 100 miles a day. Not killing yourself, you know, not pushing too hard. I think her fitness level is probably, I think my fitness level is as good as hers. I say that because last year she was on Zwift for a while, and she had been kind of laying low, and started with Zwift, and the sort of rides she was doing and the wattage she was cranking out and speeds and all that kind of thing were about, yeah, maybe like 75% of what I was doing. So that kind of surprised me a little bit, because I thought you'd have to be like a real strong athlete to take on a challenge like riding cross country. And but geez, you know, I guess it's just a matter of having the mental stamina to say, yeah, I'm going to do it, and get out there and do it. I guess the other thing with things like that, doing cross country rides, there's a lot of planning that must be involved. You know, you just don't get on your bike one day and decide, okay, I'm on the West Coast. Just point the bike east and start pedaling. You got to plan your routes. You got to plan where you're going to stop. You got to have a million contingency plans in the event that something goes wrong. Something always goes wrong, you know. So it's a lot to it. But kudos to Mary. I just think that's fabulous. I think she's in New Mexico now. So she's been out, oh crap, I guess about a week, a little more than a week. Hard for me to remember things like that for some reason. But I think she's cranking out about 80, 90, 100 miles a day. Maybe that has a lot to do with what part of the country she's riding in and what sort of weather she's running into. I'm also not quite sure if she's doing a southerly route compared to maybe a northerly route that she did last year. But regardless, that's quite an accomplishment. I think the thing that kind of spurs the imagination on considering taking a ride like that, at least for me, is the fact that, you know, like everybody else, I'm riding the same route just about all the time. You make slight deviations here and there, and occasionally maybe you get on the bike with a group of friends and you ride where they typically ride, and you change things up in that respect. But I just can't imagine that every day you're essentially heading in the same direction and everything you see is brand new. You've never seen it before on a bike. Very, very cool. I like that idea a lot. I mean, you may get saddle sore and you may get tired, but I can't believe you'll ever get bored. You just heard the train go by. Nice day to ride today.